Transition. Here we are. Hey, everybody.
We are here.
It's me and Nick.
Oh, we got music,
Yeah. I've always got music.
which is my sign to mute the stream because otherwise I'm going to hear double of our
Oh,
voices.
no.
Hello, everybody.
So, trying to figure where the hell I was last time with this. I've not touched this at all, so I'm a bit lost, actually.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm sure the viewers could use a quick refresher as well.
Yeah. Um, Last time I was mostly dealing with I don't know the right layer for that. Yeah. Um, Trying to draw the peach part of the Shadow Queen and Peach combination.
Right. And you have the face done, right? Or at least sketched out?
No, that was actually the thing I was having the most trouble with.
Okay, because I recall you drawing some of it last time.
I've got eyes here.
Okay. Yeah, you know
kind
what?
of just
You drew it like before. I
spot
think she was facing forward, and then you undid it.
spots kind of marked out for eyes.
Okay.
Um, this crown could use some work.
Yeah, it is a little bit lopsided.
I'm not sure if I want to get bogged down in that exactly just yet. I might want to kind of work out the rest of this.
Yeah, do whatever you want to, or I guess figure out what you want to focus on first and just try to tackle it. I wanted to save this for the stream, but I found something very interesting today. A piece of, I suppose you could call it news.
A wedding ring?
No, what?
You mean what? Grace hasn't proposed yet?
We're doing the role reversal.
Hey, Kings Wong, how's it going?
Kings Wong says, "Sup? How you doing?"
He was here.
Glad to have you here.
He was here yesterday for the Undertale stream.
For Grundletail.
Yeah, for Grundletail. So what?
Yeah, I'm glad I made at least the very end of that.
So you got news, eh?
Oh yeah, so I'm not sure how much they've come up on stream. I know they have at least a little bit, but we like to joke sometimes in our private chats about a little thing that formerly was known as Your Favorite Martian.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about this too.
Yeah, so the channel, which was for a while named This Project Has Been Cancelled, seems to have had its name changed to This Project Has Been Revived, I believe, and they are coming out with, what is it, Orphan Tears 2.
Can't stick around too long at work. Oh, that sucks, Golden, but thank you for popping in at all. I appreciate having you around.
Yeah, definitely glad to have you here. And yeah, no, I am, I am just over the moon at this revelation.
We're finally getting the legend back in action.
I am so fucking happy. I know Ray William Johnson's been doing like TikToks and stuff for a while, but it's not been quite the same without Your Favorite Martian. I am excited to see what they come out with, unironically.
How quickly before you think it all just implodes on itself?
I really hope they get like. I want to be optimistic. I want to be optimistic about it. I hope they actually stick with it. But if not, can they at least get like 3 songs out or something?
Hopefully, at least 3 funny things.
I'm also curious, like, they're starting off with a direct sequel to a song. That's not something you usually see, and I'm curious, is this going to be their whole MO, or are they going to, like, make new stuff?
Yeah, like...
It would be really funny if they just started making sequels to all their songs.
Is this just going to be a quick cash grab, or is it going to be, like, or do they actually mean it?
Yeah, do they actually mean it? Kings Wong, we actually currently don't have a public Discord.
Yeah, my Discord's mostly a private affair.
Would you be open to branching out to a public one at any point?
I don't know if I want to manage that.
Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, maybe when the thing's a little bit bigger, we'd have the possibility of having moderators and things like that. But at the moment, it'd probably be a lot to manage.
I don't know if I even want that.
There are always issues that can come up with it.
I've got a lot of fears of things that go down on Discords.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I was gonna say I'm optimistic that I could maybe like try to be aware of stuff like that, but I've been in Discords where there's just messages flying by at a rate that I cannot keep up with. So like, to think that I'd be able to manage my own is maybe a little too optimistic. Let alone like, I don't know, being able to keep track of yours, because I don't think any of us would have the time to look through it.
Hey, Mr. Douchebag Part 8. Yeah.
Mr. Douchebag Part 8.
You know what they need to bring back? They need to bring back Doing Your Mom.
Doing Your Mom Part 2, Doing Your Dad.
Yeah, yeah.
I was talking about this with Grace, like what they could do. I was like, Grandma Got a Facebook's gonna get a sequel called like Grandma Got an Instagram or something.
I hope they.
The sequel to Bitch Got a Penis is gonna be called Bitch Got a Penis, and that's perfectly okay.
That'd be like every other line. He's like, and I'm not saying anything about that or nothing.
yeah, no, exactly. He'd be like, bitch got a penis. And that's not a problem. Bitch got a penis. Nothing wrong with that. Bitch got a penis. It kind of makes it better. Bitch got a penis. I would actually like to see that. I have no clue where they're going with this, but I have high hopes.
Who else was even in your favorite Martian? Because does anyone even...
Some dude with a big afro and some blonde guy with his hair in his
Were
face.
those real people, or were those just cartoon characters they made up for it?
I genuinely don't know. It could have been Ray running the whole show, and I would have no idea. Because I'm pretty sure the guy with the afro was just Ray pitched down.
Do you think,
God stays in heaven because he too fears the comeback of your favorite Martian?
Well, yeah, but I was also gonna say, do you think it's like an Eminem situation where it's no one knows the name of his band, everyone just knows him?
That would be interesting. Because I mean, well, no, do people even know Ray William Johnson anymore? Like, people probably know him from TikTok and have no clue about
God,
people's
it's really weird to me that Ray William Johnson's like an old man topic now.
Hey, yeah, I remember being in like middle school. And that being the shit.
I didn't find out about him until high school, when, like, in high school, one of my friends was like, you look like Ray William Johnson. I'm like, who the hell?
You know what
Who the hell is that? And
You know what I've been told multiple times recently, and it's, like, become my main motivation to lose weight?
What's that?
I've been told several times that I look like Quentin Reviews.
Oh, no!
That's, like... I heard that and I was like, don't say that.
I'd have to resist the urge to neck myself if anyone ever said that to me.
Wait, what'd you say, Grace? Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Don't you put that on us. Yeah, no, I heard that and I was like, the worst is that I can kind of see it.
Ugh.
Wait, Doing Your Mom Part 2, Your Dad's Been Done? Do you have a link for that? I would listen to it.
I think they were suggesting a title. That might not be like.
Oh, Your Dad's Been Done. I thought they were suggesting that the song has already been made. I was like, am I behind the times on your favorite Martian lore?
Maybe, I don't know actually.
It's entirely possible.
Fucking, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. God, I'm working on like a project I actually care about, but I also, in the back of my mind, I'm like, should I make Quentin Reviews this game?
Quentin Reviews this game.
Amongst other...
Oh, you've told me about
amongst other ideas I've just had floating around in my head.
Describe that one for the chat if you wish to.
Quentin Reviews this game. The concept of it was gonna be... It was gonna be like a visual novel, and you wake up and you're Quentin Reviews. And you have to come up with something to review for the day. And then Quentin Reviews, on his shelf of games, finds a game that's called Quentin Reviews this game. And then you play the game, and it just opens up the game again in like a small... basically, it will be rendering... The game would be like running itself again and again and again, like infinitely, until you decide to close it.
There was a meta goal with this, right?
Yes, after you conclude playing, like going through that loop, you then sit down and you can write up a fake review. You get like 4 options on each paragraph. And like on every paragraph, I fucking hate Trump will always be like an option on it.
I was about to say that should be an option to start a paragraph at any point.
Like you just
can use it multiple times.
Just randomly swerves into a Trump rant.
That's realistic. That's accurate.
Quentin Reviews every moment of his life.
But wasn't there also sort of a meta goal to this of having Quentin review the game?
Yes. Oh yeah.
Because I think that would be the best thing
On
ever.
top of that, I wanted to see if I could get him to play and review it, even if it's like out of scathing rage.
That would be the best way to get it to happen. Are you kidding
Oh
me?
yeah.
If he's in a fit of rage reviews a game called Quentin Reviews This Game.
And then they would the artistic point of it would be complete in that point. It's full circle.
Yeah, it will have become everything it was meant to be.
It will have become reality.
It will have come. There will become in Quentin Reviews This Game. But yeah, I always thought that was a fun idea. I never talked about it publicly because I wasn't sure if you were ever actually planning to do it. But since it's like a thing that's like known about now, I think it's a really funny one.
There's like how many things just sitting in the back of my head I want to do, and I never.
I mean, yeah,
it's really hard to, because like I gotta stick with one.
Yeah, you gotta stick to one if you want to actually get any of them done. You gotta pick one and you gotta make it.
Right.
The tricky thing for me was I do that a lot as well, and I kind of failed in one aspect of it. The only reason people publicly know about Choo Choo's adventure currently is because I posted a screenshot of my screen, and the very eagle-eyed paladin, also known nowadays as Grumpify.
I think that's different now
Spotted
too.
it in the corner of my screen like immediately. Oh, is it? That's right. Yeah, because the Grumpify Twitter got taken down.
Yeah.
What is he called now? I can find him on Discord at least. I don't know if he wants me giving out his Discord name. It might even be the same thing. But yeah, no, he spotted it in the corner of my screen, and I was like, oh, shit. Yeah, I've just publicly dropped that I'm working on a game known as Choo Choo's Adventure, and I was like, oh, maybe I'll throw together an update and just tell people kind of what it is. But this was right before I, like, made one change and broke a bunch of the code, and have been slowly working on refactoring it. So I have not had anything to show because the game does not even work in its current state.
Isn't that the fucking worst when you think you've got everything all established and set up to go, and then you change one thing, or even you encounter a situation which you never even thought would happen?
Yeah, no, actually, that's kind of what happened here. So for context on that one, I've been developing Choo Choo's Adventure in Game Maker. And Game Maker has a built-in value called solid, which I was using for the walls. And the way solid works is it makes it an object that cannot be overlapped by any object, essentially. You can't move through it in any context. Excuse me. And the reason that created an issue was because I used it for the walls, and then I tried to add an item which, without much detail, it can at some point fly over a wall. But no, it can't, because the solid property makes a hard assumption that you are never going to have anything overlap the wall or the object that has been marked solid. So I unmarked the walls as solid, thinking, oh, well, I have code that's supposed to handle the scenario where a character comes up to a wall and it should cause them to stop. It does not. So I turned on the game, and all the rat enemies in the game started oozing through the walls, and it looked really freaky and weird, and I was like,
I think I remember that.
I've definitely shown it to you. Yeah, no, it was horrifying, and it was also a bit of a letdown, because I was like, man, there goes like years of hard work. Not that it's like ever gone. I could literally tick that box,
Hey, see,
and it would work again, but on principle I cannot, because there's a feature that I want to implement that cannot be done. Back to taxes, Old Meowstick, I feel for you.
See you later, Golden. Thanks for stopping in.
Yeah, have a great night. I hope those taxes go smooth. I will knock on the nearest wood for you.
As we all know, there's nothing smooth about taxes.
Nah. I could go on about that all day. I hate it.
Fucking
Every time I sit down at my computer to do taxes, I am overcome with waves of stress. And I'm cussing at the computer the whole time. Poor Grace has to deal with it.
I just thankfully I just got like a guy for it. I shouldn't say I've got a guy. My mom's got a guy, and like a big boy, my mom takes my taxes in for me.
That's awesome. My mom did for me the first year I worked. The first year that I had to like actually pay taxes, she filed them for me, and then she was like, okay, so here's how you do it from now on. And I have that. Like she gave me that instruction, but even so, I still fuck it up somehow every year. This year I owed like $12 extra, and they sent me a thing in the mail like, we're coming for your $12, boy.
Oof.
So I had to log onto the IRS's website, which, by the way, doesn't fucking work on Firefox. So I had to switch to Chrome, which I have installed for weird scenarios like this. I went to the login page, logged in, and it took me to a white fucking screen. If you ever need help, let me know. That is so nice of me.
Thank you for the offer, Golden, but I think the last thing I ever want to make my viewers do is work.
That's fair, yeah. But like seriously,
but,
to be selfless enough to offer to do someone else's taxes, doing your own is hard enough. So that is very, very nice, my friend.
Well, they are. They brought this up last night. They're an accountant, so it's kind of their job, I think.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I cannot understand how someone could do that, but more power to you. That is amazing. That is a real skill you got there. I would not want to have to deal with taxes as a.
Oh my god.
As a matter of business. Who do we got? We got Chris.
Hey, what's up?
Hey,
how y'all?
Hey, Chris has popped in.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, how you doing, man?
Chris, fucking context for the viewers. Chris took a magic potion and aged 60 years between the last stream and now.
Between when that brief moment he showed up last night and now.
Yeah.
I tell you what, don't take one of them things. That shit worked too damn good. You know?
That sentence out of context would be really funny.
Advice?
Because it just sounds like you're talking about drugs, but also as an old man.
Advice doesn't cost a thing. Well, thank you, Golden. I'll take that. I'll take that under advisement.
I'll take that advice under advice.
Something going on with my.
Please put that advice in the advice chin.
Oh.
Please put that in vent.
Oh, okay. I see. I see what's happening there. All right. I thought. Okay, you see this area, this gray area. I thought that was a weird rendering thing going on.
Oh, you're talking about the edges of the image.
Yeah. Of the edges of my drawing application.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're talking about on the live stream. I had like the Discord stream and the live stream up side by side.
Yeah.
I was looking between them confusedly.
What was I gonna? There was something a while back I was gonna bring up. It's probably something to do with Quentin reviews this game. Oh no, I was gonna. Was
it Quentin or was it the coding thing?
It was. I was gonna bring up my own instance of all the code breaking which happened recently.
Oh boy.
By the way, I know I said I was gonna start drawing eyes to practice for this. I have not once sat down to draw eyes.
I mean, it's not like you weren't doing other things.
Yeah,
I can vouch for that.
It can't be. How hard can it be? It's just big circle with a bunch of little circles and inside.
Just hold a pen up to your eyeball, right, and just kind of get an idea for it.
I'm just gonna make the face like its own layer sort of thing because I think most of the body.
That would be good.
Most of the body, not all of it. I can unlopside this here.
It's looking fucking great. I creamed pen.
Okay, for real, need to finish these person's taxes in 15 minutes. See y'all later. See you later, Golden. Thank you for stopping in.
Do not let us keep you.
By all means, if you got a job to do, get to it. We don't want to.
Yeah, if you got taxes to do, so you want to avoid not getting arrested by the
I am not the most important thing in the world.
Absolutely go for it. Please go for
Much
it.
appreciate having you here.
We always appreciate having you around. I don't know, maybe something like this. That.
Is it maybe too tall? How tall is it on her in the game?
On Peach, I am making it a lot taller than it is on her.
Well, because the Shadow Queen has a really tall crown.
Right. I'm kind of going along with that. On the character, I'd say it's maybe from where it hits the bottom of her hair here to up here. Probably about the size of her face there, the height of her face anyway.
Probably about, yeah, from like point to bottom.
About. So this is way extending past that.
Make her face longer to compensate.
Give her long face.
Give her a big, beautiful fucking shad jawline.
I kind of like it taller though.
Now draw her telling me everything will be okay.
Oh, those are my favorites. Now draw her getting an education.
Draw her cradling my soft head in her arms, saying, "It's going to be okay, baby."
Oh yeah, so coding. I was Well, I'm working on a project that's kind of like a visual novel-ish. It's really hard to describe, but let's just say visual novel for simplicity's sake.
Yeah, I think for simplicity's sake, it's good enough. It's a very
text heavy, story heavy, visual heavy kind of.
Yes.
Kind of
put
thing.
into words what I just stuttered about. Very good.
And I've got my own way of going about how like text gets handled, and that's so I can kind of mess around with like making the text do stuff or like coloring it and things like that.
Giving it some cool little interactive flair.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like it should be all the way over here just for almost symmetry. The thing is, it's kind of like really fucked up hell code how I get all that to work. And in the one context I did that before, it worked really nicely. But the thing I'm working on now is very different because it's not as linear. In the sense of it's kind of laid out in like pages, and you can jump from page to page to page. So the code, in a sense, unlike previously where it can make like a lot of assumptions about how things have to happen with like a linear progression, this can't have any assumptions about what state anything's going to be in. So it's got to have like a way of like clearing things out and setting itself back up for like a zero state.
Well, and the nice thing about that too is it allows, or it doesn't allow you to cheat in any ways and kind of do any hacky tricks to do things where they get reset and they rely on information from the previous page. You just have to like have it all be contained.
Right. And the kind of the error I had recently, it's like, oh, bimbo, I can't draw and talk at the same time.
Oh, bimbo.
Well, because like that's just going off the old fucking
Laken to bimbo.
Laken to bimbo. That's going all off the old fucking joke of like bimbo women can't chew gum and walk at the same time. That's still a bit off. Anyway, I had this issue where there's a thing that generates speech bubbles for when characters are talking. There's a lot of stuff for how that handles. The thing I didn't realize when I created that code is there's also if the same speech bubble gets called again for a new dialogue, it goes through at the beginning of that call, it goes through a process where it scrolls the text up. Well, in the middle of that scrolling process, if I were to say destroy the speech bubble, everything about the object is destroyed, but the code is actually still going.
Oh, it's not tied to that instance in any way.
No, it's not. So if like someone were in the middle of talking and I went to the next page, it's like, what the fuck? You destroyed the object. I was using that, and I had to go through. And the thing was, all of my dialogue, text code, all of it is just tangled. It's a tangled fucking mess of spaghetti code.
I entirely relate to that. The dialogue engine that I'm using in Clown World was taken right out of Choo Choo, and that was taken right out of an earlier project. So I could totally relate to that. It's just something you never want to write more than once. Right.
So I managed to fix it eventually. Oh, the wrong thing. Quote unquote fix, because I'm always, from now on, I'm just always anxious whenever I'm dealing with it. I'm like, all right, when's it gonna break? When's it gonna stop working? Come on, screw me over.
Yeah, I will say, like, that's kind of one of the hard things with when you've got like a really convoluted thing you're working with and it's just you behind it, is if you forget how something works or it's just working in a way you don't quite understand, it's really fucking hard to figure out what issue's going on with it. I actually think that's one of the best things about like having a job in like software currently, is that this is the first time pretty much since college that I've had someone actually look at my code and they're able to tell me like, hey, this is shit, you shouldn't do it, or this doesn't work the way you're thinking it does.
God, if I could just...
That's not like a luxury I've had in so long.
I could just have someone standing over my shoulder all day.
Pay a guy to look at your code and go, no.
Just get like a really loud guy. Anytime I do something stupid, he just goes, "What are you doing?"
Dude, I'm really loud. I could do that.
What?
The fuck?
Yeah, my text generation code is spaghetti code, and there's a lot of asynchronous things happening at the same time. A lot of balls in the air that might get dropped.
Balls.
But it seems, and I'm only going to use the word seems, but it seems to work right now.
That's kind of the boat I'm in with Clown World's battle engine as well. Not to give too much away, but it's similarly a lot of asynchronous things that need to happen on sort of a schedule.
Right.
Because like at any point the player can input a move to use, so I have to make sure that it's listening for that, and then when it gets it, it has to like queue up a move for the enemy, and there's a lot that goes into it, especially in Game Maker where that kind of stuff isn't the easiest. Because Game Maker has like a built-in timeline system where you can have a set of events happen in order, but that doesn't allow for any kind of waiting, like waiting for an event to happen then continuing. So I've actually had to like come up with systems all my own to add that in.
They didn't implement just a wait feature into the timeline?
Well, so there's a wait command in Game Maker, but it waits the whole game. Like literally the whole game pauses for 5 seconds or however long you put in milliseconds. And that's not the most useful thing for my use case. So it's not a feature I've ever ended up using. It's something I've put into the code, remembered what it does, and then taken out real quick. Like, I've never had a time where that's actually what I want to do. I always want to wait for a condition. So yeah, I created like a whole object that just loops the timeline on its current step until the condition's met, and then continues. It's been a fun time. I mean, I'm definitely, like, I'm already pretty comfortable with Game Maker Studio. I'm working with Game Maker Studio 2, I believe, if that's what it's called. Game Maker 2, whatever it is. The recent one that has all the cool bells and whistles. And I'm very much liking it. I started using Game Maker years ago before it was good.
I almost want to... I almost just want to scale this up more so I could just work on Peach alone. I think a lot of
that. I mean, are you going to lose quality if you do that?
No, I'll gain it.
Well, no, but I'm saying, like, your current lines, won't they be blurred when you scale it up? Or I guess it doesn't matter because it's all sketch anyway.
Yeah, I'm scaling it up, but it's so I can get more detail on Peach's face.
Okay, then yeah, no problem. I say go for it.
So, image... Where is it? Scale image to size. Let's just double it. Let's just double it and hope it doesn't tank my fucking computer.
What size is it now?
It's already at 4,000 by 3,000.
Oh my god, that might be a little bit big, man.
Yeah, it's really big, but I'm working on a portion this small, so like this is probably only a couple hundred pixels each way.
No, I know. I'm just worried that the image that big will cause issues, but we can see.
It doesn't seem to at the moment.
Oh, if you already did it and it's not seeming like an issue, then that's fine. I just thought it might because I've made some pretty big images in GIMP before and it gets angry at me.
I just need the... I've made bigger files than this before. How about the one animation I did for a friend where it was like a 1920 by some really like high resolution image, not as high as this, but it was several hundred frames of it.
Right.
And so eventually it's like, dude, you're using up like 16 fucking gigabytes on this one file.
It's breathing really heavily. It's like, stop.
It's like, no, really, dude, stop. Oh god, you're cloning it?
You're killing me.
It eventually came out.
Eventually, it worked. After a while of it not.
I got an eye like this. Hold on, I got it.
There's a world record for largest like digital image ever, and I forget what it is, or what the contents of the image were.
I think I remember. Was it the one where it was a picture, like a super high definition picture of a city where you could zoom in on any part of it and see like something going on?
If that is the case, that's really cool. Though I always wondered, couldn't someone just save the file, grow it by 1 pixel, and then they win?
Yeah.
Like, just increase the width by 1 pixel and be like, what now, government? I win. Give me the prize.
It's just a bunch of assholes going back and forth doing this over and over again.
Because, like, couldn't you just, like, get that resolution and then stretch Goatsy out to, like, 1 more pixel, and then you've got the record with Goatsy? If it was, like, an AI upscaled Goatsy, that would be like a sight to see.
That would be an innovation.
Gamers, you know what to do.
Gamers, come on, put your fucking gamer caps on. Put your gamer brain caps on.
Let's get our gamer caps on here.
Let's start
get
fucking brainstorming.
God damn
it! Get to work.
Get your smarts going and make us a real cool image.
Yeah, come on, man. No excuse.
All right,
I will purchase it from you as an NFT. For $20.
God damn it! I will figure this out. Eyes.
I believe in you.
Eyes. How hard can they fucking be?
The hardest part about eyes is that you gotta draw 2 of them.
Yeah.
Fucking
Unless you're drawing Mike Wazowski.
Peach with 1 eye would kind of be fun.
I think that's.
What if they started doing that in Luigi's Mansion 4 and just didn't like explain it? She just has 1 eye now.
I think that's why. That might be why people have like Cyclops OCs fucking do that. It's just so they only have to draw 1 eye.
Yeah,
not a bad idea. I mean, do you remember Luigi's Mansion 3? There's that one cutscene where Peach gets a really long neck.
No, because I didn't play Luigi's Mansion 3.
No.
I didn't play it either.
Is
but
Luigi's
I fucking
Mansion
saw this.
3? Is that the one where Luigi can make like a slime clone of himself?
Yeah, and he could fuck it.
And then he fucks it on screen.
Then
he goes, "Mamma mia!"
Everybody was like, "Nintendo, I don't know what you're doing here, but whatever it is you're doing with these video games you're making, keep it up, man.
Yeah, whatever you're doing, do
whatever
it
you're
again.
doing, it's working,
Longer.
man. It's working."
Whatever you're doing, I'll buy every copy. I'm just saying, man.
I'll just say for my friend, of course, not for myself.
Kumiji. Yeah, I got a friend who's
real into this thing, and this friend does exist.
I think it's fucking disgusting. I don't want you to get
the wrong idea, but
I just want to let you know I have 3 terabytes of this saved on my hard drive for his sake.
Why terabytes? Oh, it's always terabytes.
I just want you to know I have at least 5.7 terabytes of this saved on my machine.
I want to let you know I have 6.8 yottabytes of this.
Yottabytes? Jesus, man.
Getting into the orders of memory not previously thought possible by man, but I do it for the sake of my
machine,
friend.
Or to be handled by a fucking machine.
There's probably some machine now that can store like 1.
No, there has to be.
I would think. No, you could just put a bunch of fucking external hard drives in series. Or parallel, however it would work.
Why doesn't the government just use a bunch of external hard drives?
Daisy chained hard drive.
Just daisy chain them all together.
I'm starting to get real fucking tempted to just do this.
Oh no. I mean, it's stylistically consistent, right? With the game. Is it with the rest of the pictures you made though?
Well, does it have to be? Maybe.
I don't know. Are they a series or is it just like a fun thing?
No, it's not exactly a series. This is fucking exploration. This is how we learn shit. Okay. Maybe this is something worth doing. Hold on.
This is space exploration.
Try it out.
Maybe this just looks better than me trying to get like an anime eye on her. How about that?
It might.
Oh. He's got you there, man. You got.
Are you getting saucy with me, boy?
No.
Nah, you got.
I'm just very self-conscious about how bad I am at drawing eyes, and I just want to get it out of the way.
You did it good on the other Peach picture you did, but she also had more room on her head.
Yeah.
You did base these proportions off of the paper Peach, so that might be why you're running into an issue.
Yeah, I was going. Well, I don't want to entirely say I based the. This has way more womanly proportions than.
Sure, I mainly meant the head proportions. That could have been clearer there. Because those ones you were looking at for the crown and everything.
Maybe there's an interesting way I could like color it, like the eyes to give them more form like that, like the dot eyes.
Maybe either way, definitely keep them like narrowed like she has it, and put like if you do more realistic eyes, put like some eyeshadow or something on. It would look really cool. It would look like a menacing villain.
I don't know. I don't exactly have like a style down for like eyes yet, so it's like that's something I still feel like I'm just copying off of people for.
I mean, I think it'd be all right to look at your previous images for reference, just because it's something you've done already. Because I've sometimes drawn an eye and not been able to replicate it without like studying it first.
On the other ones, I had a lot more room to go about it.
Yeah.
Well, let's not make excuses here. Let's start again.
Yeah. Let's not make excuses. Let's just get down to the grindstone and let's just do it, man.
So she's
Get your nose to the grindstone.
Let's just do
I just want to avoid making the whole stream just like Laken spent 2 hours fucking on the eyes.
Laken spent 2 hours fucking eyes.
Alright, so
Laken spent 2 hours drawing AI.
AI.
Drawing AI. One AI.
well,
one AI
okay. Let's start with like
Let's
start with the top lid because I think that's gonna set the expression.
Okay. Sorry, I should be talking. I'm watching with bated breath now.
Alright.
You're so in the zone right now watching him do this that like your mouth just stopped working. No words.
Well, because I'm now
I can hear you mouth breathing over here on my end. I can hear you.
It's the stream's not.
I can hear your fucking like salty, disgusting breath like fucking touching your microphone.
It's eroding the fucking pop filter.
Yeah, it's eroding the pop filter.
Which is made of metal.
Just give her these
mouth breathing,
heinous fucking lips that they do in cartoons.
Oh, are you giving her the amethyst lips?
Wait, hold on. What are they? How do they do it? How's that?
You got like a Homer Simpson mouth.
Yeah, like this, like the overbite.
DSL.
Yeah.
That's what it is. The fucking stone toss lips.
You're gonna give her the DSL.
Give her that little like turd of hair he always gives when he wants someone to have like colored hair, where it has that little like tail coming off.
God.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about.
Looks like fucking Tails from Sonic's tail. Looks like Tails' tail.
What'd you say from Sonic's tail?
No, Tails from Sonic. His tail.
Oh, Tails from Sonic's tails.
I swear to God, if anyone says which one, I will be ballistic, because they both look the same, and you all should know this.
What if
Look,
what if in
all I'm saying is there's no way in nature that both of those tails are exactly the same down to the fucking hair. Come on, man.
I'm just saying
Think about this for a second, man. Come on, man.
There's no way that genetic freak would have been allowed to live.
How would you?
Technically, there's no way.
How would you guys feel if in like the new Sonic movie they made like a Tails on a bench reference?
Oh
like,
no!
They're like, hey, where's Tails?
You know,
and then he looks over and he's in the exact pose.
They could not have any shot of Tails sitting on a park bench.
It is impossible to create a scenario with Tails on the bench anymore.
There is no way to create
We've really
even
lost
just a normal scenario that happens because the fucking sick, twisted minds of the internet will instantly make it about that.
I would love if they just did a reference to that very blatantly.
Concept is ruined.
Like, he's making the exact expression, and then he just goes, "What?" And they're like, "Hey, where's Tails?" Whoa! And he's just sitting on a bench, and he goes, "What? What's up, Sonic? Is there a problem?"
You told me to meet you in the park. What's going on, man?
Yeah. If you didn't want me to sit on a bench, why'd you tell me to meet you in the park? Like,
what you want me to sit?
What's the issue here?
Or something? There's bugs.
I just didn't. You know what? Never mind.
like he's too scared to even talk about it.
Yeah,
it's like
he starts to bring it up, and then like he starts to bring it up, and then the human guy's like like holds up a contract. It just has like Tails sitting on a bench, crossed out with a big red fucking cross.
That's too
I think
that's too.
you have the right idea.
It's all.
It makes her look almost bored.
Yeah, it's. What is? I need more.
I think the angle's fine, actually. I think just the wing would be enough to change it. Because if you look at her eyes in the paper one, it's almost a flat top within the wing going up very dramatically.
You're saying her lashes should point upwards more?
Yeah, like I think the lid could be kept as is. Just try changing those lashes and see if that conveys it.
You gotta try to convey the anger.
I don't know about anger, more like evil malice.
Evil, yeah, it's malice.
Why don't they have it come down more like this? But it needs more expression than just, I think, the flat.
Yeah, I mean, actually, I'm kind of liking that curve. You could maybe still go more dramatic on the lashes, because, I mean, they are really at a drastically
Yeah, she's
different
really
angle
got those moo-ha-ha-ha eyes.
She's got those boo-ha-ha-ha.
She's got those moo-ha-ha-ha-ha eyes.
I thought you said boo-ha-ha.
Are you fucking crazy?
She's got those boo-ha-ha.
All right, hold on. Let's get real fucking wild with these lashes. Come on, let's go.
Oh my
Yes!
To the fucking moon! To the moon!
Right!
It's maybe this should go a bit. I think I should suggest more the upper shape of her eye with just the eyeliner. Or not eyeliner, the rouge, or whatever it is. The stuff that goes on top of women's. I don't know anything about women, okay?
The eyeshadow.
Yeah, the eyeshadow.
Rouge to that.
No, rouge goes on your cheeks, doesn't it?
Are you thinking of blush?
Goes inside.
I don't fucking know. Can we get a woman in here to tell me about makeup?
Knuckles goes in rouge. Honestly, I'm probably the best equipped to talk about makeup since I was in fucking plays in high school and I had to put makeup on for the stage.
I didn't mean that to sound all mean and shit. I'm just literally an idiot about that. Despite having a sister and mother, I've never talked to them at all about makeup.
I mean, I don't think most men would.
Yeah, I don't think that's.
I don't think most men are like, Mom, tell me about cosmetics.
You'd think I'd pick it up through osmosis or something, you know?
Osmosis.
I think you would avoid it like the fucking plague.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's that too. That's probably what happened.
I think it would be entirely understandable too. I think.
Yeah,
that's like
I don't think that
position.
you probably show like any fucking interest in that at all.
All right. It's kind of.
There's not that many brothers out there that are like, big sister, your makeup is so cool. I don't even know if she's your big sister.
Well, I mean, we don't need to dox her here live on stream or anything.
We should.
It's the...
we don't need to say her first and last name.
Okay, I kind of like zooming out here. I kind of like that.
Yeah. Actually, that looks good. Do a mouth with it. But I like those eyes.
Yeah.
I just want to see what it looks like with the mouth.
Let's see.
Before saying like it's perfect.
Let's go a little smaller even, but
anyway, Laken's sister's name is Bertha. They call her Big Bert. They call her Bert for short. Big Bert.
We grew up next to a farm.
Not on a farm, just next to. We didn't get any of the cool farm stuff. We just smelled the shit.
No, it's literally where we grew up, like with a farm in our backyard.
Now we're actually gonna dox Laken.
We grew up next to a farm. We had a greasy, disgusting, hairy tabby cat as our pet.
Grew up 4857 Big House Road.
I think we did used to have a
big house.
I think we did used to have a cat at one point named like Tabby.
I just fucking guessed that shit.
For a cat.
I just guessed that shit, man.
Well, no,
Yeah,
maybe I'm thinking of.
Like that.
Maybe I'm thinking of. We did have one named Whiskey.
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 Oh, I thought like Wispy Woods, like Whiskey.
When I was a kid,
I like that name.
When I was a kid, I thought that was like a reference to his whiskers, and I'm like, no, they named him Whiskey.
Yeah.
They named him Whiskey because they would take him in the back
When
room
I was a little dumb shit kid, I could still distinctly remember this. I was maybe only like 3 years old, but I can remember this because it's one of those like learning experiences. I went up to this fucking cat, and I just yanked its fucking tail, and it just scratched the shit out of me.
Oh.
And I deserved it.
He's a feisty little guy. They named him after his favorite beverage.
my story had a much more like wholesome beginning, but ended about the same way. Where my aunt had a cat, and that cat was like really shy and hiding behind a couch, and I was like, I'm gonna make it like me. So I was like trying to pet it. I was like, hey, little kitty, come on. I spent like an hour trying to get it to pet me, and finally just jumped up and scratched me right in my fucking stupid
Was that
face.
the cat that I think it is?
I'm not sure. I don't actually remember, but I think it is that one. If
Was
I
that
had to
her
guess.
little? Was that her? We're talking about the same yet.
The one they thought was a girl.
Gray cat.
The one they thought was a girl initially. I think it's that one.
If we're talking about the same cat, yeah, this cat is a notorious asshole among our whole family. On that side.
Yeah, but I was in like 5th grade, so I told everyone I got fucking like in a fight with a tiger. Obviously, I was joking. I don't think anyone believes me.
But I mean, like, it might as well have been a tiger because that cat is a little fucking aggressive, fucking
little bastard.
A little bastard. Dude, it fucking like anytime you walk past it, like whenever we go over our aunt's house, whenever we walk past it, you don't even be like looking at the cat. You'll just hear it go like hiss at you.
Yeah. By the way, Laken, those are actually really good lips.
Well, thank you. Yeah, you want them to
warning take.
Should they be up a little bit?
Probably.
Because now that I'm seeing them on the
they're at a bit of a
zoomed out when they look a little low.
Yeah, this is the result of when you zoom in and draw.
When you zoom in.
When you zoom in. Request. Sorry, GDCat, not at the moment. Probably more about here.
It would be good to start doing those though.
I don't know. I would have thought.
Yeah, I should have like specific like request streams, but
Oh, DSL.
Just on this right now, I'm just doing But I would be open to that if I kind of set up the format for it.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool. Especially if you do like timed request kind of thing.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
It's like, okay, I have 10 minutes to make this thing.
If I could get enough people like on the stream interested in participating in it, I could do like something similar like Clown World where I just like around a theme, people are just throwing stuff out and I gotta draw that.
I think that'd be really fun.
That was actually initially the concept, but it was just there was no one to actually do it with. That's why I went to the wheels.
Yeah, that's true. Because we initially were gonna. You had said you even had a thing on there for like audience input, but we didn't really have enough viewers back then to really make it work. Oh, 1 sec. I'm gonna mute. Grace is contacting me.
Give it a bit of a smirk. I don't think I want her lips to be ducking that much. Just make
I'm actually gonna have to drop out for a sec. I'll be back.
Okay.
It's fine.
I don't know. Zooming out, it's like it's almost like a bit too much.
Like the mouth is maybe protruding out a little bit from the direction that her face.
You know what? Looking at what she's got going on here, it's a much thinner lipstick thing. So, as much as I like to draw lips like this, it's not exactly what's going on with this. It's kind of weird.
As much as I like those nice big.
So as much as I like big bimbo lips.
Big bimbo.
It's not entirely right for this character. It doesn't exactly look right. So I think I'm gonna draw her smile first, and then put the makeup on around it. So give it like because I want to get across this nice smirk, and you can't really do that when you got it like puckering up like that.
I mean,
give her like
big. Just don't have them let her do a duck face or anything.
Right. Well, it's she's still got lips, but they're a little thinner than how I was doing it. And I can still get across their kind of shapeliness without. Yeah, I just need to not be puckering them up like I was. That was what was kind of going on there.
Yeah, I think maybe the thin lips kind of do good for like the sinister look.
Yeah.
She's trying to do what you were saying. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. I don't know.
I think I need to have it. The way her face is kind of curving here.
Yeah, maybe it kind of, I don't know, maybe the way her face is looking, maybe the mouth looks like it's facing a little bit too left.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe not a whole lot though. Could be.
I'm not a very bright man, so I get things done through a lot of trial and error.
That's what a lot of art is. You know, try something, see if it looks right. If not, tweak it. So I imagine anyway. Draw.
That's been my experience. That and reference, which
Yeah.
I could probably pull up a reference here on stream, but then I'd look like an idiot. There we go. I kind of like that.
Yeah, yeah, it looks pretty good.
Let me flip it to see how I feel about it.
Yeah, the old flip test.
Now I don't know how I'm feeling about any of it.
Nah, I think it still looks fine.
I want to skew it like this a bit. You know, cheating.
It's not cheating, I don't think.
Oh, you know what?
I'd rather do that than try to redraw the same thing at a different angle.
No, that's one of the nice little perks you get out of doing
Using like a program on
doing digital art. Yeah.
digital. Yeah.
Skew it a little bit, but this time, yeah, using bilinear interpolation instead of let's flip it again to see how I feel about that. There, I like that. That's looking good to me.
Yeah, it's looking great.
All right, let's get some pupils in there. Whoa, not save as. Oh no, and I gotta wait for it to bring up the save as. Oh, maybe I did hit save. Oh. Alright, let's get back to it. Let's see, and then I want... Oh, no, not erase. How much shape do I want to give to the eyes through this? I don't know, on the under there, it almost makes it look like she's got a bruise. Almost looks like she got Amber Hearded. What if in the Amber Heard trial, the fucking jury comes back and they're like, we award Johnny Depp one free uppercut on Amber Heard. He can use it whenever he wants.
Use it whenever he wants, and he doesn't have to hold back. Be as hard of an uppercut as he wants.
Nothing below the belt. Nothing unfair. Boxing rules, you know.
Yes, of course. No ear biting. No bed shitting.
Oh, not that much. Yeah, I think I'll get around doing stuff like that when I get more into coloring. No bed shitting. I just caught that.
I was gonna say you didn't like react to that at all for like a solid 30 seconds.
My brain's somewhere else.
I was like, it was to the point where I was over here sitting like, okay, I guess the moment passed, and then you said that.
Here, now she's giving you like that green M&M look. I don't know. Maybe it's just because of the thickness of it. Maybe I actually want to give the iris to the whole eye. How do I feel about this? No. Maybe even just the angle that they're at, it doesn't seem entirely right. Zoom out. It kind of looks like she's looking off over there. I always wanted to look like they're looking at you.
Mm-hmm.
Which is actually, it's really hard to nail down the angles that kind of eyes look at. You think it's easy when you're all zoomed in up close like this, then you get out and it's like, what the hell is she looking at?
I think that's better.
Yeah.
Definitely a step in the right direction.
Just when it comes to the pupils, then
You're laying out at the beach in your chair and you see this beautiful babe looking at you from the other end. How do you open?
with a scalpel. I stole that from someone else on Twitter. I saw right there.
With a scalpel.
With a scalpel. Man, it's, you know what it is? It's that I will figure that out later. Let me make sure I get her chin right with kind of how I'm doing the I'm kind of doing her face here. I don't want it to. Let me see something. I want to see the face on its own to see if maybe I need like if I should add like a nose to it. Gave her like a nose. It will be around here. No, that's too short. Let me see. Maybe I
Try to move the eye a little bit.
maybe I got her eyes too far apart as well. I always want to be eye placement's really difficult
It is kind of difficult
because you
yeah,
get
there's
it,
like a,
you get it, you get the eyes either too close or too far apart from each other, and suddenly they've got the wrong number of chromosomes.
there was a rule I remember. This is specifically for drawing like actual like portrait shots of people. I don't know about like caricatures or like like drawing like something like a cartoon or something. But like
The
I think I remember typically like I think it's there's a specific part of the eye that's supposed to like be directly vertical to the corners of the mouth.
Yeah, I think the edges of the eyes meet up with the corners of the mouth. Like the eyes are about a mouth width apart from each other.
Typically, of course.
Typically.
Yeah. And so that kind of helps a little bit, and then also like there's the matter of not putting them too high. There's like that.
Eyes go pretty much
It's like that.
flat center height with the head.
Okay. Yeah.
Which is what gets difficult for that with if you're going for like perfect anatomy, what kind of gets difficult with that, I think what trips people up is that they think of the face as the head, but it's like the whole head.
Yeah. They think the face has to fill up the whole space, but it's like most of the time it's like
your forehead's like
the eyes are a lot lower down than you think, and your forehead's usually pretty.
Yeah, your forehead's like 50% of your head.
Yeah. People tend to think that the eyes are a lot higher up because most people tend to have hair,
right?
Like bangs and whatnot, or like hair that comes down lower, so that blocks out a lot of that forehead space. You don't typically see it.
Hair will usually meet up about at the top of the eyes, usually, but that's not. Oh, that is far from a rule.
Yeah, and it depends too on what hairstyle somebody has.
Right. That'll drastically change how that's working.
Yeah, very big time.
Nose might be a bit much. If I were to detail it, I wouldn't put in as much of the lines I did there with the sketch, but even that nose shape just might even be wrong. Makes her look too... That takes out the cartooniness of it. And I just have it like this. It's a lot closer to the... Alright, if I were to do a nose, it's gotta be way more stylized. Not good with noses either. Because now this is starting to look too much. I don't know, something about this is almost getting a little too real in the details now. You know, the fucked up thing is...
What's that?
I think I might undo this whole face.
Oh.
Well, it'll be good for reference, but what I'm saying is... It's good for if I want to kind of try to understand exactly what I'm doing with it there, but I think she should be given like a different kind of expression altogether. Because she's doing this pose here, but to just have her kind of looking off like that, it's kind of underwhelming to what she's doing. God, maybe I should even have her head at a different angle, but I'm thinking she should be like...
So you're just gonna keep like the other face kind of like onion skinned out like that?
Yeah, hold on, let me...
And just draw over it?
Let me try...
For reference.
And a big... guffawing sort of laugh. How do I turn this? You turn this more into like a much more smile behind it.
Oh, okay. I see. You're doing like trying to do more like an open mouth kind of thing.
Trying to make it like she's laughing. I think she should be throwing her head back more if she's doing that.
Yeah. Maybe.
Unless I kind of didn't know what I was doing with this hand before. I might. We'll see. Let me see how I make out with this. I just need to learn how to draw everything on the fucking face. No, 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 no. Wrong. All wrong, all wrong. Very upsetting. You know what, actually, the lips here would stay about at the same place. It's the rest of it that I think would move, along with her chin. Come back too much.
Couple shots from the bar, stagger home at night. I called your cell number. When I slurred, you were so polite. I love your voice, but it feels so far away. I turned my ass around and found which way to walk today. Stumbled to your doorstep, it's raining, you would let me in. I said I wanna marry you. You stuttered like, let's be friends. You're drunk, I'm not. I said I was, though. Rejection was as fun as getting belly by a snub nose. Uh-oh, another stain on the glass. Like I need another friend, that's a pain in the ass. But I ain't really mad, I'm drunk as hell and on your couch now. My head is on your thigh, I'm thinking about passing out now. You're still there, I'm impaired, you've been there. You know me, you love me, cause I'm gone and I'll see you later. I've gone away.
We're up.
I checked in, I checked out, I'm moving, I'll records like Uzi,
And
Uzi. Now I'm gone and
let's exaggerate this a bit more.
but not today. And why am I just sitting in the dark room? Your words can paint a picture like it's cartoons. And I'm the punchline, and when it comes to crunch time, semester one will start soon. The pain doubles hungover and foggy. And when I try to come over, it's probably kinda awkward, but the halo hung over is awfully suspicious. I'm off, she done did it to cross me, but fuck it. She don't wanna talk about it. She don't wanna talk about it. I can't run through with a dance. The sun's brutal, my chances all gone. The situation's all wrong. I wake up, you're still there. I'm impaired, you've been there. You know me, you love me, cause I'm gone and I'll see you later. I've gone away. I checked in, I checked out. I'm moving, I'll record.
Bye.
I lose she, now I'm gone and I'll see you later. But not today. My head splitting, wide open, and it's from sipping my potion. And life tends to kick divine motions. I feel my inner mind's hopeless. Nucleosis, I am one, I am mono, I am the solitude. I couldn't even write a rhyme or fucking swallow food. And bitch, you had the fucking nerve to say that I didn't try. You scaled my whole world back, I would've died by your side. I'm not a violent guy, but shit, I threw a chair or two, knife edge to the chest. Now why you going Ric Flair, dude? My head's still splitting, wide open, and it's from sipping my potion. I wake up, you're still there, I'm impaired, you've been there. You know me, you love me, cause I'm gone and I'll see you later. I've gone away. I checked in, I checked out, I'm moving, I'll records like Uzi, I lose she. Now I'm gone and I'll see you later. But not today.
Setting the parameters. That's really the hard part.
Are you talking about a video game?
Hmm? Taco, what are you doing?
Homework?
Then why don't you do it at home?
It's not cool.
You can do my homework too if you want, huh?
Hmm? Your hands are upside down.
Eh? Oh. You should play baseball too, Taku. Why do you always carry around a bat?
Why do you always hang around here by the river?
Because you know. Oh? Now why was it?
You're in a good mood. You smell like cigarettes. The strong ones.
I haven't been smoking.
Mimi, why do you always do this?
Let's see if I...
If I don't do it, I'll overflow.
What do you mean? What'll happen?
Probably something amazing.
That looks pretty good.
I want it to be more evil laugh-ish.
Instead of like joyous.
Yeah. That might come across more with the eyes than with the mouth, but I'm not sure. Hmm. Let's see. Hmm. I don't know. Which do you prefer? Sort of.
Yeah, show me both of them. So you got that.
You got plain seductive look or laugh.
Hmm. I don't know. I think for the pose she's doing, the laugh might be kind of nice.
That's what I was thinking. I still gotta get her expression down more. Hmm.
Yeah, I think it can definitely you can definitely make it work. I think.
Hmm. I think I should change the pose her arm's doing.
Which one? The one on the left? The one her left?
This one here.
Oh, okay.
To give it like that. No, hold on. It's got to be like this. Villainous kind of laugh. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, I think so.
Everything you saying gets muffled. So what about this fear? I'm sick of chasing completion. I feel like Satan's been reaching. I feel his hands on the ankles pulling down. It's clear I gotta bounce. This spot's no good for me. Full of fake smiles, riddled dots on a crooked teeth. A little ace rock mixed with block by Pusha T. Crawl from cave rocks, appalled by weight stock. It's all props. Stay smooth like it's wood tip. Coffee beans black, how much blacker it could get. Like it fucking matters, they ain't tracking my footprints. Bank bag packing paint splattered on crook stents. Everything you say it gets muffled. It's just so loud in here. I think I'm trying to tell you that I love you. But I doubt you'll hear, so let's talk. Over black coffee. Over black coffee. Over black coffee. Yeah.
Right, that's on the wrong side.
Actually, gonna top away for just a second too.
All right, I'll see you around, Chris.
Yeah. Well, just a second. I'm gonna be right back.
Right.
Actually.
All right, cool. See you in a sec. No, that's awful. That sucks. Let me take. Let's really, really go back on those so I can just see this. It's gonna be like I just can't get this right. All right, give me a second here, everybody. I gotta go do something real quick here. I'll be getting. Alrighty, I'm back. How's everyone doing? You guys enjoying the stream so far? Yes, I'll look at that later. Let's see, the most important thing I think I want to get across with this pose, what's going on with her fingers here. I want them spread out about as much as possible. And then her thumb would actually be sort of all tucked in like that. Let's see, across this web here, it's going to be 5 fingers. It's going to be pinky here. There we go, much more like that. So I have her arms so close to her chest like that.
There's not even a door to get in or out.
Changes in the wind, it ain't imaginary. Bloodstream full of ink, let it paint your capillaries. Rolling through the grass, we just plaguing in the anthills. My favorite little toxin in my body's at a standstill. My focus and my vision have a different view. I'm holding back vomit, gotta make it past the centrifuge. No ground, no floors, never seen a landing spot. Besides my granddad, I can't say I've been a fan of cops. All I do is stand and rot, sky full of love bugs. I think I'll see your face again if I do enough drugs. Or maybe not, baby stop, my dream cast still broke. They say that rap is dead, I'm kinda mad I weren't the kill stroke. Old heads, dying off, new heads, rhyming soft. Can't afford a MacBook, my OS, Microsoft. Facial feature broken, full of glass and bad memories. Slow crawl cocoon, I can't wait till cats pilling me. It's summertime again, but summers ain't so summery. The grass is always greener, that's the age-old summary. Say I like change, but I'm afraid change will come for me. Afraid I might change by the time change done with me.
Get that. Actually, thin this one out a bit. I think. Um, hmm. Hmm. I am just off tonight. Not much, but more like that. Gonna match up with the other hands. I don't like that. Fuck. No. Further back, more like here. Now I feel like this. What of the other hand? Yeah, bring the palm in closer. Actually make the fingers bigger.
I'm back.
Hey, welcome back. I've been redrawing the same fucking hand over and over again.
Oh, she's doing like one of those things where her hand comes up to her mouth. Like that's the kind of evil.
Yeah, kind of like yeah, kind of like in like anime where there's like the rich girl does like that laugh.
Yeah.
demons want me, haunt me, taunt me, jaunting, because this love I have is everlasting. Lost the gas and spoke to pasture. These are not the sheep amongst a pasture to live or die. Woke from constant
I think
dreaming.
I actually may have made her hand smaller than the other one in this.
Naked soul, just keep me breathing and I won't let you down. Down, down.
I make it more about like this size now match up with. Well, you know what? I can literally just fucking. Let's see. These are radically different sizes. Much, much, much more cartoony on the other one. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I might chalk that up to perspective. I don't know, something still feels wrong about it. Maybe I need to change this hand, make it smaller. So I need to do that. Probably just stop there. Hmm. Down just a bit. I don't know. I don't know if that's going about it right. Yeah. Let's see. I should move on to other parts.
Yeah, if it sounds frustrating, you can always come back.
I think I've done enough with Peach. I should maybe actually start working more on the Shadow Queen herself.
It's a good idea.
Although she's a lot simpler, there's still more I could kind of detail out about her. Trying to work out on this. What's that? Ah. It's all the Peach stuff like on its own layers that I can get rid of. So I can just have Shadow Queen. There we go. Yeah, I've done significantly less work on her.
Yeah, you've been doing a lot for the princess.
Right.
shaped sticks pull my tendons from the mush. Icy path, you caught me limping through the slush. So what if I was wrong? I could say it wasn't me. I watched you paint the honeysuckle underneath a buzzing bee. You found me. A smile inside a coil of nerves. I was the vomit in your teeth. That was your joy to purge. Every second was a lifetime. Yeah, I found my mausoleum buried in my lifelines. Every sentence that I uttered was a shield. Deep inside the pollen that was smothered in the field. I watched the seasons turn gray. Every day was the same. Drinking all my liquor straight, it helped me take in the pain. Palm me, forehead, temple charge rental. Dangling my feet above a kibble starved kennel. Off a triple bar pin above the pad, but they refused to me. You made me shift my goals, I made you move your feet. And now I'm losing sleep, what you wanna talk about? Hit the pinata, watch the darkest parts falling out. I ain't afraid of no ghosts, so why you stuck to my walls? I pulled the leash from my throat, D&D on my phone. I hit the road and I'm gone. I ain't afraid of no ghosts, so why you stuck to my walls? I pulled the leash from my throat, D&D on my phone. I hit the road and I'm gone. All thorns meant for flesh, fresh off some epithets. Pants off and left for dead. Can't stop the edge of sketch. Wow, look at this bozo. Prosper never froze on. Lost but never frodo. Confident with some old gold. Toss him in a hole and watch the optimism grow. Another toxic chemical that spread across like tentacles. Choke holder like Hulk Hogan. Hope folder like close no let. 40 days are always just to off me when I hold it. I pulled the leash from my throat. I feel the gaps in my head. I train my veins, try to swap out every spatter of red. I nail the doors and windows shut so it's not to scatter the thread. I clear my lungs of old sins who's been gasping for breath. I spun my eyeballs back. I shut my dreams on my head. I choked the life on my smash. I swore allegiance to death. I bleach each fiber of my being and stain it with regret. Should I keep on chasing my shadow or should I lead it instead? Yeah. I ain't afraid of no ghosts, so why you stuck to my walls? I pulled the leash from my throat, D&D on my phone. I hit the road and I'm gone. I ain't afraid of no ghosts, so why you stuck to my walls? I pulled the leash from my throat, D&D on my phone. I hit the road and I'm gone. Let's date. Rose petals falling off a skeleton.
Thanks.
I have returned.
Hey, Nick.
Hey, sorry I took so long.
Oh, Nick. A lot's changed in the drawing.
Let me see what you
Hey,
got.
you've been
I
calling for a
glanced
while.
like for a second, and I saw that the Peach's mouth was like open.
Yes. Let me find it. Is it just this? Why is it not? There we go. Hold on.
You gotta get the right layers back.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we can go with just this.
Okay.
So I'm going with like the kind of this laughing expression.
Okay, like she's doing like kind of a like a oh
Yeah,
sort of thing.
that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. And I like the outline of the crown I'm seeing there and everything.
Yeah, yeah.
What else have you touched since I was gone?
Aside from the expression, I went back to here. Just touched up the Shadow Queen a bit more.
Okay.
Are
those final lines you're doing for her?
No.
Okay.
Although pretty close, I'm pretty okay mostly with how the Shadow Queen is. She's very simple.
Yeah, she's more the backdrop to the piece, but
Right.
she's looked good for a while now.
Peach is the more complicated part.
Right.
Actually, have I gotten... There's a whole detail I haven't gotten on Peach yet. This big
the
collar in the back, yeah.
I didn't even think about it.
I'll do that next. But for now, I'm gonna kind of focus
It's a
on
good
this.
thing you noticed now and not when you were like coloring.
Right. Let's go smaller yet.
Excuse me. Does she have separate arms, or is that like her hair turning into her arms? I always forget with the Shadow Queen.
No, she has separate arms right there.
They're just big and stretchy.
Yeah.
I kind of like the way you have them here, where they're like kind of almost down on the ground.
Yeah, kind of, because her arms and her hair are sort of framing the whole thing, almost like she's even holding it all.
Right. Like that one shot in the Steven Universe song that didn't end up being nothing.
Wait,
well, I guess it kind of did. I guess it could have been.
Oh, I know which one you're thinking.
The Rose one.
I feel like whatever animator they got on that fucking shot is like
was too good for the show.
they're like, yeah, I know where the shit's going. They're gonna ruin this character. I'm gonna let everyone know that. Gonna subtly sneak that in. Because why'd they make her look so fucking evil in it?
She looked so fucking
evil. Up
evil.
until that point, we had no reason to think anything like that. Aside maybe just the fact that a character being dead and out of the scene might just make them innately suspicious because you can't actually hear from them. Spoilers. Hey, Golden's back.
Golden's back.
Just in time for the spoilers.
Just in time for spoilers.
Just in time for me to be back. I mean, Golden, without spoiling too much, Steven Universe turns into a shit heap. About
it's the whole fucking show, man. You might as well fucking hand him the script.
Spoilers, it's gonna fucking suck.
Spoilers, Steven Universe was good, and then it wasn't. It's the opposite of those guys in the Sex Offender Shuffle video.
I feel like... Well, I'm just joking. I don't care about spoilers. That's a good attitude.
I was gonna say, also, it is pretty far after it coming out that I would be surprised if anyone who wanted to see it hasn't at least started it.
Fucking, I don't know. Steven Universe makes me question my judgment. Like, it probably was always just hot garbage, and I was just ignoring it, hoping for something good to come out of it.
No, I don't know. I think the first season had a lot of potential.
I thought it was kind of fun to watch, like, the first few seasons.
Yeah, no, I genuinely saw something in it. I thought it had potential, and I still, like, if I were to go back and watch those first episodes, I think I'd feel the same way. Of course, I'd have to do it. And that would just be really painful.
You just want to do that?
There was some fun.
Go back and watch old Steven Universe?
Yeah, after stream, you want to just bring up, they're like 10 minutes long. You just want to flip through a couple of them?
good.
I'll
Wouldn't
stick
mind.
around for that. You can do that.
Just pick a few at random and play them.
Oh, wait a minute. We're on Twitch. I could just show them on the stream.
I remember there being some. You could
can
do
get
that.
up out of
Yeah.
your chair,
I was
like,
about to.
halfway
I was
through.
about to say that'd be fun to make a stream out of.
I don't know. I don't.
Try
I
to
don't know if we actually
try
could
to
just
see if
watch
we
the
can
viewers.
like pinpoint the exact moment where the show started to fucking go downhill.
That'd be fun as like a video concept. I think on stream, I don't know if you'd actually be able to get away with just watching
Yeah.
full episodes of
Oh,
something.
yeah, true. Actually, now that I think about it, yeah, copyright shit.
Now that I think about it, shit idea. Fuck you, Chris.
Oh, fuck you, Nick. It's a good idea if fucking companies don't try to fucking take our fucking money.
That drama.
I mean, there would be an argument to be made then for like how much we're really contributing.
Fair.
It would be a whole discussion.
Fair.
Now, Golden, while I absolutely agree with you that was really fucked up, I usually don't use the fan base as a standard for my judgment of the actual material.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
the
tough,
two
'cause,
can
like, I mean, that's a
separately
lot
be
of.
shit.
Well, yeah, but yeah, that was awful. That girl did not deserve that.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing with fan bases that unfortunately it seems like the vast majority of good things have like fan bases that are just kind of like that, you know, are annoying or cringy or something, and it's like I don't want to let their behavior ruin my own like opinion of the show. Like I'll at least give it a chance before I like dismiss it as like shit.
Oh yeah, no, my immediate thing with fan base is always whenever people are like bothered by fan bases, my response is, why are you listening to the fan base?
They're the
'Cause in
last.
most cases, you don't get much out of it.
They are the last people who know anything what they're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
But,
usually
I mean,
just a
yeah,
bunch
that's
of
not
rabid,
to
crazy people.
excuse. That's not to excuse what he's talking about, though. That's
No.
No, not at all.
that sounds dreadful.
Fucking
Not at all. No, but that's my exact point.
Yeah.
Is like, don't interact with them because it'll end badly. Like that more illustrates
Yeah,
the point I was
fuck
trying to
it.
make.
I
They go
love
fuck themselves.
I love looking at fan bases that I'm not a part of, but are like
Just from
really
afar.
really crazy. Like
Yeah.
the people in it are just insane. And apparently, and I wanna do some more research on this. Apparently, the most modern like crazy fan base, and I get the feeling that back in the day these would have been like the kind of women that like talked about Harry Potter online.
Okay.
Raylo fans.
Oh God.
Raylo?
Yeah, I just gotta say that.
People who watched the Star Wars sequels and shipped Rey and Kylo Ren. That's
Oh,
what Raylo is.
They sound like
is it one of those
the
things where they give it a couple name or whatever?
yeah.
It's a ship name. Yeah.
It's
I fucking hate that shit. I hate when people do that.
hearing Raylo fans described, it sounds to me like what Harry Potter, like the middle-aged women that like talked about Harry Potter on the Potter forums, sound like.
Well, the worst thing about the Raylo stands is that they got what they wanted, so now they view it as though retroactively they were right. Because that ended up being the thing. Sort of.
I guess kind of.
They have a fucking kiss. They have a kiss.
Well, I don't even care about that.
Huge.
I just think they're I just hear they like go fucking ballistic if you criticize like to the point of like I think the actual actors who played Kylo Ren and Rey didn't even this is what I remember. They each got in their
They were harassing them trying to get them a date.
right because they each got into their own separate relationships and they were like, how could you?
Yeah, because media is real life.
One of the worst business tactics that's ever been implemented was trying to turn fucking media and properties into like this sort of pseudo religion, starting with kids shows in the fucking 80s. Probably goes
worst
back
for
before
humanity,
that.
Probably best for their dollars.
Oh yeah, it is a brilliant marketing strategy. And you create an entire fan base of man babies who can't ever like move past something. Like me.
Well, they might even view it as they're helping these people. Some people don't have anything else to live for in the next fucking Marvel installment.
Or Star Wars fans. Star Wars fans could be the same
Yeah,
way.
I don't understand that kind of thing. It's like I don't like. I mean, like I watched some of the Marvel movies. Like I mean, I pretty much watched them up until like Endgame, and it stopped. And I was like, okay, I'll watch other stuff now.
Just
or
let-
play other stuff now. It's like I don't know. Like I couldn't see myself being like a fan of like a fucking franchise that's like that fucking huge.
Just left
I will say. Oh, go ahead.
Golden here.
And,
just
and especially like that like it basically is a franchise that's like like I'm trying to think of the word. It's dependent on you having seen all of them, like essentially. So it's just continuity.
Yeah, I always called it doing your homework with the Marvel films. You have to have done your homework to get everything out of it.
So Golden here says,
it's not very accessible.
So Golden here says, just left a sour feeling. Shouldn't let it bother me if I can't help it with Steven Universe and Rick and Morty.
I don't blame him.
Yeah,
I get it.
I get that. Yeah.
Too. I don't think there's anything wrong with it affecting your personal experience with a show.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna say that those people definitely don't like give the show a bad rep by doing shit like that, because that's like that's fucking heinous.
It definitely affects like the public perception. My line would be if someone says that a fan base makes a show bad. I couldn't agree there for like content reasons.
But
I just make my own personal like judgments there.
But I can
if I watch a show,
I can understand. I can understand if it affects your feelings about something, because actually for me,
very much.
For me that happened with Rick and Morty when the fan base started getting real bad. I'm like, I don't really want to watch anymore.
Well, and I don't know. I kind of would argue it affected the show.
Like a bad taste in your mouth, and I get that.
Like as far as the writing of it, I think they did start to tailor it more.
For
specific fans, and they were the ones that were saying shit like that. Like, it felt like the humor got a lot more nihilistic and a lot more like how Rick was. It felt like the show's outlook became more like Rick's, whereas that wasn't really the case in the beginning. Rick was supposed to come off a little too nihilistic and a little too negative.
Like you're supposed to look at Rick and go, God, that's really sad.
Like,
you're supposed to look at Rick and be like, wow,
that are like, I worship Rick.
Yeah, he's genuinely very smart, but also, God, this guy has some fucking issues, and they nailed that in the earlier parts, and then I don't know, in later seasons he just becomes God.
Yeah, and he basically becomes
he literally fights a god in one episode. Actually, he fights like Zeus.
No, you're right.
I'm not sure if I saw. I think I only watched up to season 3.
I mean, he
You're good to
just becomes like the character that like basically knows his way out of any situation, no matter what it is. And that kind of gets. I can see how that would get a little bit boring after. It's like, I know he's gonna get himself out of this.
Watch the first 2 seasons and then watch the Vat of Acid episode, and then you're good.
That episode's pretty fun.
It's fun. I liked it a lot. It felt uncharacteristically good for the point of the series it was in.
What was the Vat of Acid? I probably saw it. What was the Vat of Acid episode again?
It's the one where Rick devises this whole scheme around the Vat of Acid, and Morty thinks it's a really stupid idea and gives up on it halfway through. And then for the whole rest of the episode, like, Morty's getting into all this shit, and Rick, like, only agrees to help him get out of it if he does it through a Vat of Acid scheme. Now, that's a very they bring it back.
I'm not sure if I remember that. Was that in season 3?
I think 4.
Oh, okay. I never saw it then.
They're on 4, right? Are they just finished 4?
I think they're on. I think they're on 5 now.
Yeah, have they put out some of 5 already? Because that's surprising to me.
I don't know. I haven't followed that shit in a while.
Anyway, when I finally make something, if it develops a fan base, I hope my fan base is toxic enough to try and give me a cookie with a needle in it. That's how I'll know I made it.
And we will nurture that toxicity. We will nurture that toxicity.
Golden never saw past season 2. That is fine.
I don't remember liking season 3 very much.
Season 3 is where they go a little too heavy on the family drama shit, and the parents get the divorce.
Yeah.
If I recall, that's the one that I remember being that season, and that just kind of wasn't fun to watch. It was painful.
Especially when they like turn Jerry in their own little punching bag.
Oh yeah, Jerry's just kind of like the dumbass.
He's gotten a little better in
he's always been that
season. Surprisingly, he kind of does the thing Morty did, where he like gets a little more spine. But yeah, no, it's nothing to write home about really. I didn't. The most recent season wasn't really my favorite. There were good episodes. I'll say that there were good episodes in it. But
Golden, do you mean you forgot what happened with the plot of Undertale, or what happened with the fandom?
Oh, it could have if that happens with Undertale. That's such a big fan base at this point.
Because actually the thing I was referencing about trying to the cookie incident, that's what I was referencing. Was there was an artist in the Undertale fandom and someone tried to assassinate them with a cookie with a needle in it.
Wow.
Well,
Oh, I didn't even realize you were referencing something.
I figured you were. I just accepted that I wasn't gonna get it. That's fucking insane.
Entirely on that.
Man.
So they just gave them a cookie with a needle in it?
Yeah, like a sewing needle. It pierced their tongue, so it didn't go in their stomach.
Okay. That's what I was about to ask, is where they found out before,
That's
or was
wild.
actual damage inflicted?
Yeah, they gave them a needle cookie because they didn't like their ships. Now, I actually even find their ships kind of questionable myself.
But I would not give them a needle cookie,
Well,
I'm sure you would.
Well, what I mean by that is they were doing that shit where they were like shipping Frisk with Sands.
Yeah, okay, fucked up and weird, but also it's art, and I'm not gonna assassinate someone over art.
Yeah, let's not kill someone in the middle of fucking Otacon here.
Yeah. Yeah, also,
You gotta
regardless
be careful
of
out
reason,
there, man,
fucking
sometimes.
Otacon, you're gonna kill someone.
Oh,
during
okay. No,
Otacon?
it wasn't specifically
No,
Otacon. It was at a convention. That's all I remember.
Regardless, you're at a convention where Undertale's being celebrated. Like, it's a fun fan thing, and you're gonna try to assassinate a man, or woman, or human being.
You gotta be careful at these conferences.
I wonder.
If you go to Otacon, don't fucking take the cookies from
Don't take
people.
the
You
cookie.
take it. You take that cookie and you crush it in your hands.
Andy Sexbang took the Cheez-It, and he was fine. So.
Well, those were JonTron's Cheez-Its.
Those were John's Cheez-Its.
Yeah,
I
that
still
was
can't-
the person that he trusted at the time to not stick a needle in it.
Well, no, John got those Cheez-Its from a fan. If we're being totally.
Oh,
clear.
never mind.
Yeah.
I don't know the
And
context.
gave them to JonTron. He left them on stage
Oh,
after the questionnaire.
That was the kind of
forgot.
shit that went on when Conspiracy Grumps.
Conspiracy Grumps.
Yeah, they're like, Danny stole John's Cheez-Its.
Well, I think they were like Danny eating the Cheez-It was symbolic of him taking over Game Grumps. Like, I heard people arguing that they're like, he's crushing John's legacy between his teeth.
And it's like, okay, let's not read symbolism into the natural events unfolding.
Yeah, let's not be fucking dramatic here.
Golden, for the Cheez-It story, just to give the full context, JonTron had a live Q&A at, I think it was a MagFest.
I think it was MagFest, yeah.
He had a live Q&A, and then later that day, Danny and Aaron had one. And someone during John's Q&A was like, I don't have a question, but I have Cheez-Its for you. And John was like, oh, fuck yeah, and he took them up on stage. But then...
he forgot them when he left.
Yeah, he forgot them when he left. So they were still sitting there. And during the Game Grumps questionnaire, Danny just goes, oh shit, there's Cheez-Its up here. And he grabs them, and he can't hear the people from the audience, but they're all yelling, that's John's! Like, those are John's Cheez-Its! And he, like, took one out of the bag and very seductively ate it, and everyone started going wild, and he didn't know why. But it was because they were like, oh my god, he ate JonTron's Cheez-It.
Oh, man.
Those were especially for him.
The fucking beaver brains of the fandom were moving at a mile a minute. They're trying to
The
interpret what
cogs
they
in their
just
fucking
saw.
heads were spinning them 100 miles an hour that night.
And in reality, what they saw was just a man eating a fucking cheese
Just
snack.
a man eating his Cheez-Its that he found. On the
Conspiracy Grumps was a fun time on the internet.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
I still think JonTron came all over Susie.
I'd like to believe it. God, can you imagine being Aaron Hansen and like you just marry like the first white trash girl that looks your way?
Hold
And
on,
now-
he didn't just marry her. He met her at a thing and then sent her letters for an entire year. Do you not recall the deep lore?
No, I should of all people actually know the deep lore.
But no, yeah, he fucking sent her a letter every day for like a year. After like meeting her that first time. And that's, you know what, it worked. More power
What was
to him.
what was that fucking that video that isn't there a video that Aaron Hansen did that this is my Susie or something?
Yeah.
He made a fucking he made like an animation.
A real
He
creepy
made an
animation.
talking about it. Yeah, it was really creepy. Golden says, my friend told me Ego Raptor was gay, and I believed her until she told me it was a joke. I mean, it's a little harder to tell ever since the blonde.
It's
I say that.
that seems that I would believe that more readily nowadays.
he
Which is
had
odd though,
he
because
had
Susie's like a pretty big part of the channel, is she not? Like, isn't she in a lot of the?
Oh yeah, but like she could be,
That's a side
she could just be his beard.
they
thing, you know.
they had that big YouTuber boxing event, like little like couple weekends ago, and
Oh.
Ego Raptor had cornrows at
Yeah,
as his hair at that
I forgot
fucking
about the
thing.
air enhancing cornrows already. And he got fucking destroyed by
He
Harley.
fought
Moore.
Harley from Epic Mealtime.
I believed her for like
Yeah.
4 years
It
since we
was-
watched so much of his Newgrounds
You know,
animations.
they're all like exhibition and shit, but that was still over in like
Oh,
5
yeah.
seconds.
That's really
Oh, man.
funny.
I'm not sure if I should.
For 4 years that one went on.
I'm not sure if I should be going over all these lines so thickly.
I think it's fine for Shadow Queen because she's gonna be in the background.
Right.
So I think it's fine to have her be a little more bold in the outline.
Especially on the outer parts, but it's not exactly like a highly detailed thing I'm going over.
Yeah, the
with.
hair in particular, I think you're free to go bold on.
Yeah.
Because it's like framing the whole piece.
Right. Right.
And it's kind of like, too, if it looked almost blurrier in the background, like it's out of focus, that would be totally fine.
Well, it's not like the sketch lines are gonna be the final lines.
No, I know, but I was saying that you could even
Although-
do something like that, and I think it's fine.
Although, if I wanted to get really bold, I could try experimenting with that.
Yeah.
Could be neat.
Though I'd have to clean up the lines a lot.
Yeah.
Golden says for 4 years he believed Ego Raptor was gay. That's
Yeah, we
quite
read
a
that.
long time.
What's up again? Hey, Kings Wong.
It's really funny. Oh, King's Wong! How's it going?
Pain is something that man must endure in his heart. And since the heart
You gonna be detailing the crown?
Yeah. What if in like the Evangelion fandom, like fans got really hardcore upset if who was Shinji's voice? Spike Spencer.
Yeah.
And then what was Cow? It's weird that I remember Shinji's voice, but it's just because he has such a memorable name.
Yeah, Spike Spencer. That's close enough to fucking Spike Spiegel.
That's like the
in
coolest
Cowboy
fucking
Bebop.
name ever.
That is a cool.
And he does have a very distinct voice.
He does. He really does.
I remember I was shocked when I went back and watched Code Geass, and I'm like, what the fuck? That's Shinji?
Oh yeah, fucking Rolo.
Yeah. Rolo is played by Spike Spencer.
Rolo is such an odd part of that story.
He really is. Because
It's almost like they didn't. I don't know. I couldn't even. This is probably intentional. I couldn't even really tell how Lelouch felt about him by the end of all that.
yeah, because it's like you're crying over your fake brother.
Yeah, but like I guess he harbors some attachment to him. This is big spoilers for Code Geass too. I'm realizing.
Yeah,
Spoiler night.
yeah, but it's like I don't know. You've been such a cold motherfucker this whole fucking show.
It did feel a little odd for him to care that
Especially
much.
for someone that you would look at along the lines of like you feel like you were betrayed by them.
Yeah, they were deceiving you.
Right.
But I guess in all of that, he still felt a connection with him.
I feel, but then again, to go with that angle, that feels like it's just that angle's just put there for the sake of having that drama. It's not really.
I suppose. I mean,
doesn't seem natural.
I guess if they should have done more with it because it would lead into interesting questions like, can the Geass make you feel things like that?
Maybe,
like you can carry out commands.
Maybe if
but can it give you feelings?
Maybe if they just like had Rolo hang around longer than he did.
Yeah, because currently everything with him feels really forced. Like everything with him in it feels like, okay, this is just too perfect.
I wonder if he was filler. Like, I think, was it based off of a manga or was the manga based off the show?
I don't remember with that one.
But if it,
it would be good for me to look into it though.
because I do have some Code Geass manga that came with some of the DVDs I bought.
I've had this idea for like a YouTube series. I don't know how much I should get into this because I do plan on doing it at some point. Nah, I guess I can give the very basic idea. The idea was I would basically look at like a show, a video game, something with a story, and I would basically do a review of it where I would give like a basic synopsis of the plot and my general thoughts on it. And then I would kind of do like, okay, if I were to try to rewrite this, or at least aspects of it, what would I change? With the hindsight of like, okay, I've seen the full thing, I know kind of what they do with it. What would I change about it?
And then you roll some dice, and that's its final review score.
No.
Yeah, no one's done that.
That's gotta be jarring for like first-time comers.
First-time comers.
I was gonna say first-time
So,
viewers coming to my channel.
Is that what?
I really...
Is that what people coming to your channel are from now on? Comers.
Dude, if you subscribe to my channel, you're a comer. You're one of.
You're gonna start every
comers.
video. What's up, comers? Today.
What's up, comers?
Roll for
I could roll with that, honestly.
Golden.
I'd call my fan base comers.
The roll for review thing was a real thing one of our friends did. So you'd actually just pick something.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
There's no secrecy about this. This is on my channel. It's John.
Yeah, and he'd roll some dice.
Yeah, it was he did a series called Dice Carl Reviews. We did like 4 of them. Where basically, yeah, he does like a skit.
Like shit posts.
Yeah, he doesn't do any actual reviewing. He just rolls the dice, and that's the score the thing gets.
Oh,
and the rest is like a
we
shit
do like
post.
a little skit or whatever.
That's the whole series.
That's the whole thing.
They were fun to film. We started coming up with creative ways to roll the dice. Where like we did a Hell's Kitchen review, so we flipped them in a frying pan. I had to lower the fucking audio on that so much because it was a really loud noise that made.
Fucking
the dice in the fucking pan.
Oh
yeah, I had to like lower it, normalize it, and everything.
Oh yeah, so this whole conversation started. I brought up Evangelion.
Yes.
Imagine if in the Evangelion fandom, a bunch of fangirls got like seriously, unreasonably upset that Spike Spencer and Kaoru's voice actor weren't together.
Yeah, it would be pretty much that same thing. It would be exactly
like
that.
It ruined their life.
Yeah, like that would be exactly what the Raylo people did.
Do you know there was there was an ad in Texas where the voice actors for Asuka and Shinji played a couple having sex without a condom?
Yes, I have heard this. This was on the Evangelion iceberg, and that's how I found out about it.
Shit, there's an Evangelion iceberg? Why didn't I think to look at that?
There was. Either that or I found this from a completely different place and I'm wrong. But I recall there being an Evangelion iceberg, and then Shinji Asuka's sex ad was on there, and like someone explained it, and I was like, what? And I looked it up.
Yeah, that's for real.
No, yeah, I've heard it at this point. It's so fucking awkward sounding. It's really weird.
Just put it over top of real footage of shit. Real animation of
footage. Just find Shinji and Asuka in real life, have them fuck, record it.
My life will not be complete until I see this on camera.
Oh, hentai. Oh, hentai is real and crowded.
It's getting unbalanced.
I will not be able to rest.
You freaking fricks!
I lose sleep at night thinking about it.
For some reason, that gave me like Sammy Classic Sonic fan vibes. That's why I said you freaking frick.
Nick, do you just want to get together and like make an unofficial Barkley 2?
Unofficial Barkley 2?
Yeah.
Barkley 2.
I think they might still be working on it. Actually, I know people said the
second
Barkley
set
only the main guy left. The rest of the team, I think, is still on board.
Didn't it get fumbled by like someone who invited their brother to work on it?
I don't know. There's a lot that went on with that game. I know they were planning to make it way bigger than the first one, and I think that's where a lot of the folly kind of happened. Was they were going to make it like an MMO.
An MMO?
Like it was gonna have a mission board, and you could like fucking interact with people. Like it was gonna be a massive fucking thing.
Oh, do you mean it would play out like an MMO, or it would actually be an MMO?
I think it would literally be an MMO where you could like interact with people and play against or with them. Like it was something like that where they had a really overly ambitious plan for it.
Yeah, that's a bit too ambitious for a couple of guys that just made a RPG and RPG Maker previously.
Maybe for Barkley 3.
Yeah.
But not
like
Barkley 2.
Made money off of this.
Yeah.
Because the first game was free. It's not like they had, you know, money to go into the second one with.
Right.
Yeah. I guess
Or
they
maybe
felt
they
like
did.
they had to
Tales of
they probably felt like they had to accurately follow like one of the greatest
Uh,
JRPGs ever made.
Go.
Yeah. I mean,
Golden, you like know everything fucking cool. I'm glad you're on here.
Yeah.
Oh man,
he
there
said Sammy, and for some reason I thought of Yeet.
there was some hilarious fucking Sammy classic Sonic fan YouTube poops back in the day.
There were Sammy Classics.
Yeah.
YouTube groups.
I remember one, like, they just took one of the videos he made where he was like going on an adventure to get like a Mario backpack, and then they what? I don't. God, I'm remembering them making me laugh so fucking hard, and now I can't even remember what's in them.
Dude, I think I've told this story on stream before, the like cringy YouTube poop story where I was sitting on the bus.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
I told
where you like showed it to a girl.
No, I didn't even show it to a girl. I was fucking.
Oh yeah.
I was sitting on the bus, and I was like a I was like a dumb little kid. I don't know if I had autism or whatever, but it sure seems like it's telling this fucking story. I like was sitting there and just in my head making up a YouTube poop, and I was like mumbling it to myself. So I was just sitting there doing like the king voice and going like fucking shit, like on the bus. And fucking a girl in front of me was like, "Hey, that sounds funny. Are you like quoting something?" And I was like, it's like a thing on YouTube." And I started sweating and mumbling. And I just gave up trying to explain it.
I can't tell a girl about this. She'll think I'm stupid.
What? That, and I just didn't even know how to explain it. Like, how do you explain to someone, oh, I'm making up a thing in my head using what I remember of clips from an old fucking Zelda game on a console everyone forgot about, and I'm splicing them into funny sentences where they talk about cocks and shit. Yeah, but that's like, how do you explain all of that to someone who's probably never even heard of YouTube? Because mind you, I was in like first grade. This was not a big thing.
Oh, you were in first grade? I think I was a lot older before I first discovered YouTube poops.
I discovered YouTube poops at way too young a fucking age.
I feel like I was too fucking young at age, and I didn't even discover them in first grade.
No, I was in elementary school. I was a wee fucking baby listening to my ship sails in the morning. Fucking dumb shit. It morphed my brain forever. I'll never forget it. I'll treasure it all.
The kids in the front of the bus were like, "Squad Allah." What the fuck does that mean? Why does it keep saying
Who keeps saying "Squad Allah"? We're off.
Fucking you know who made the best YouTube poops? Walrus guy.
Oh.
What were a few of his? I'm trying to remember.
Arthur's big, massive, throbbing hit.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
What was it? Gwonam something, or what was it? Dino Time Enough for Love or something like that. That's the one where he almost practically animated the whole thing.
Adrian,
Adrian, hey, how's it going?
He discovered chat at 9. That's probably chat. He discovered YouTube poops at 9. That's about what I fucking did. I was too young to be watching that shit.
Christ, I think I was at least in middle school.
No, I learned some cuss words and slurs from YouTube poop. Like I hadn't heard it before, and I just assumed it was a word.
I had no idea. I remember one of the jokes in a YouTube poop was the shopkeeper bomb guy saying that Link has to eat his cum.
Yeah,
and then I always thought he was saying gum, and it's like funny because he makes a fart noise and then his gum comes out.
Yeah, and they show like a little white circle with an arrow pointing to it, and it flies into Link. No, it's Zelda. Zelda has to eat the cum.
Oh yeah.
It flies into Zelda's mouth, and she just goes like. They like took a clip of her talking.
And I always thought it was gum.
I was probably in like 4th grade watching that. No joke.
Oh man, you know what the best one was? Fucking Dr. Rabbit's a racist.
I would never. I find it so funny. I would never have known what Dr. Rabbit is or anything about it had I not seen YouTube. Dr. Rabbit.
My favorite ones were the fucking robotic ones.
Fingers.
Yeah, those were the best ones.
Oh god, man, I would annoy the shit out of my parents going on the family computer and just watching YouTube poops with like
on the fucking speaker.
with like at some point they gave me headphones so I wouldn't fucking bother them.
That's fucking that brings back memories.
They're like, he's just watching the clips from the show mixed up. Why doesn't he just watch the regular?
Why is our son so
Just go around
goddamn
fucking-
autistic?
Yeah, no, that's what they were fucking thinking. They were like,
Saying
well,
out loud.
I hope his sister turns out all right. This one's fucked.
Crazy
He's
Frog.
listening to fucking beeps and boops and toilet noises from the computer.
15 in 2006. God, I wish I was more cognizant in 2006 than I was. I could have properly enjoyed the time period.
Golden has given out his age, therefore doxing himself.
Uh-oh.
Ah, Golden, don't feel old. I already feel old.
Yeah, no, I shouldn't feel old at the age I'm at.
I feel like-
I still start.
I feel like the line for feeling old gets lower and lower with the advancement of technology.
Maybe I think because there's so much more shit moving so much quicker, like technology advancing quicker, and also just media going in and out of style quicker. You sort of you get nostalgic for things that are like 2 years old.
Yeah.
Like it's like, oh, I liked this show fucking 2 years ago.
I'm unironically
no one's talking about
I
it.
am unironically nostalgic for 2016.
It's so weird. It's a weird
Also for
phenomenon.
me.
Adrian, CDs were like the newest shit when I was a kid.
Oh, I remember fucking watching VHSs of movies, and then suddenly DVDs were a thing, and I was like, what the hell is that?
Yeah, and my white trash family couldn't fucking afford a DVD player, so we had to stick with VHSs.
We still watched a ton of like at our grandma's house. We watched a ton of fucking movies on VHS. She had a whole collection.
Yeah.
So it's not the kind of
even
thing you could
then.
give up easy.
I got a VHS player. I'm so happy to have it.
Grace and I have a bunch of VHS tapes from when she was a kid that her parents didn't want anymore, and we just have to get like a VCR to play them on.
Oh, you guys got your own
Wait,
VCR?
actually, huh?
You guys got your own VCR, nice.
No, we need to get
Oh,
one.
oh.
I saw one for like $40. I should have nabbed it.
I got mine from a fucking Goodwill.
Well, you know what? You know why I didn't grab the VCR? The reason I didn't buy it was because that was that place where that guy tried to fuck me and John.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah,
fuck
that guy.
Folded.
Look,
Yeah.
I make that
Folded.
sound way more dramatic than it
Fucking
actually was. He didn't try to fuck us. He hit on us. It was some old guy with a long fucking ponytail wearing rainbow. rainbow tie-dye.
I thought you were talking about the one computer store nearby, and you meant metaphorically fuck you.
Oh no, fuck that place. But no, I'm talking about where the guy actually wanted to like take me and John to Pound Town. Like we were fucking.
He just comes up to you. Are you a couple of funny boys?
A couple of funny boys. He's doing that for attention. No, so
I'm looking
the
for some
story,
funny
I don't recall if
boys.
I told this on stream, but there's new fans if I haven't. So, or if I have, but
Golden with the fucking talk about Emperor's New Groove is talking my language ever.
yeah, Emperor's New Groove is the shit. Also, Mexican bootleg that still works. Amen. Amen. Some of the oldest fucking pieces of technology are the ones that work the best, and I'll never fully understand it. But I'm glad it's that way.
It's because people used to give a shit about what they made.
Yeah, they didn't make it cheap. They made it to last.
Yeah.
See, because rather than like the model of, oh, they'll just buy a new one, it was, oh, they'll take it to us to get it repaired.
Right.
But yeah, sadly, that's
No
that's
brakes
not
on the
a
train to
common
Pound Town. Oh god.
thing.
Dude, fucking the whole media craze around when we were kids fucked me up so much. I'm nostalgic for commercials.
I hate that. I watched a fucking video. I skimmed through it because I didn't want to sit and watch 20 minutes of commercials. But I found a video on YouTube of like nostalgic commercials for early 2000s kids. And to be fair, it's like early 2000s kids in America.
Right.
Like I'm sure a kid in Germany wouldn't have any nostalgia for this, but fucking early 2000s American kids would fucking have a lot of nostalgia for this video because it's all these commercials that would show on Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network. It was. And the thing is, to be clear, Gold, not all these were even good commercials. Some of them were just fucking run of the mill, like a commercial for fucking a device that fills up a cake halfway with ice cream or cum or like jelly or some shit or Nick Jam. That fucking thing. There's a commercial for that, and I watch it, and I feel fucking nostalgic.
For me, the commercials I'm super nostalgic for are the ones that would come on like my Disney or like Pokemon VHSs.
Yeah, because those you would have seen.
Like
the
the Pokemon ones were special because they would have like ads for other like old anime, and when you're a kid who doesn't know what the hell anime is, it seems like magic.
It looks like some mystical other fucking world you're gazing into.
For me, it was fucking Zoo Books because they played that fucking commercial 500 times.
Oh my god! And it comes with a tiger poster as a gift.
As a gift, yeah.
It comes with a tiger poster as a gift.
Every time I hear tiger poster as a gift, that phrase has been ruined for me by the official podcast because there's
with fucking Kaya with the fucking tiger poster.
I often wonder if it was the same poster.
I can still sing the freecreditreport.com commercials. Oh yeah.
Fuck man. That you know what's one of the most nostalgic ones ever because I was hearing it from the age of like 4.
What's that?
Was that fucking like 800 588?
Oh yeah.
Empire today. That shit. Oh my god.
Fucking.
It's like the fucking jingles, yeah.
It's that's the power of an effective advertisement. Dude, it sticks with you. I mean, years later.
Dude, okay, let's just nostalgia. Old mainstream. This is old mainstream now. Okay. Some of the most magical moments as a fucking kid are when you would stay up too late to watch Adult Swim and anime would come on, and you're like, oh my god, there's like boobies and like blood in this.
Like cartoons, but there's like boobies and fucking.
It's like cartoons, but they're cool.
They're screaming, and I can't understand what they're saying. What is this?
Didn't you have like an experience as a kid where you saw a big Full Metal Alchemist spoiler?
Yes, I saw a really big Full Metal Alchemist spoiler, which even as old as it is, I will not spoil. Way late at night, I was like. It was like a Saturday night. It was like a Saturday night, I think, and I flipped on Adult Swim, and it just immediately when it flips on, a really sad moment happens, and I flipped it off, and I'm like,
for anyone who knows, it was raining.
Yeah.
That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah. and I flipped it off, and I'm like, that's a bit much for me.
I was one of the wake up in the middle of the night to George Lopez jumping up and down my screen at Lowrider playing.
He's fucking making that face.
Yeah, he's making that fucking insane fucking serial killer face.
Oh god, that sucks, Golden. Ugh, I don't.
Yeah, no, I totally feel that. That's
I don't even know what to say. That
tough to deal with there.
Yeah.
But man, Adult Swim was the shit. Some of the first anime I ever watched was Inuyasha on Adult Swim because I would wake up to it late at night.
Yeah, Inuyasha was one of those ones.
But I really thought it was cool.
All right, Adrian says, I remember those weird toys as a kid, like an moving poop or toy where you need to collect dog poop. I'm not sure why that was.
Are you talking about fucking Doggy Doo? That bullshit? I fucking hated that commercial where it makes that nasty gagging noise when he shits. He goes, and it like makes a big yellow shit come out of the
okay, dog. You know what demographic gets sold poop toys more than any other? Girls. Little girls get sold poop toys.
You're right. Yeah, like clean up the little puppy's poop or clean up the baby's asshole.
Because it's like,
toys like that.
Yeah, and it's really weird.
I mean, I get like they're going for like the motherly thing because a lot of little girls tend to want to
them.
But like, why did they gotta be the gross parts?
Yeah, why the poop part? Why the poop part for the children?
It's bad enough to have to deal with that as parents.
I remember the fucking alligator with the fucking teeth, and you press the teeth down. You gotta hope that the tooth you press doesn't make its jaw clamp on your fucking.
Everyone's seen that picture, right, where they replace the teeth with.
God damn it, Nick! I was about to make a joke about that. Let's see. Golden says, I remember once I was just sitting in bed, zoned out with Adult Swim on, and this drunk ass voice singing about a giant robot. I laughed so hard at 4 a.m. my parents thought I'd gone more insane.
More insane. I like
Insane.
that.
Like they already had a feeling you were somewhat insane.
They
but
already
now
had
it's,
their
like,
feelings,
escalated.
and suspicions about you.
Fucking, I remember one night I flipped on Adult Swim and I caught like the end of like the last episode of Evangelion.
Oh.
Or no, maybe
Girls
it was
get
like the middle of
spoiled.
it, but it was like the middle of it, but it was like I think it was Misato was sitting in the chair and they were asking her the questions about like something about like, so you were sleeping with him to use him or something, and she's like, no, I slept with him because I love him. And I'm like, oh man, they're talking about like adult stuff.
I shouldn't be seeing this.
I don't know what half of this means.
My wee child brain is not formed enough for this.
My mommy.
I
will
believe
walk
that my
in this
first
dream and
anime-
I will be grounded.
My mommy will walk in. My mommy will see this. My mom
I
will be
be-
happy. My mom
I believe that my
will be
first
proud.
anime was Howl's Moving Castle, says Adrian. Not a bad one.
Not a bad one to start with.
Especially
from an animation standpoint, it's a gorgeous film.
Miyazaki films are always very accessible for newcoming anime fans because they're more of a cinematic quality and it's gonna be more familiar to an American audience.
I mean, a lot of them, to that effect, a lot of them are dubbed by Disney.
That too, yeah.
Stuff. So like that automatically would make them a lot more accessible to an English audience just for the type of performance and actors they would get.
Golden, I had the exact same fucking experience as a kid. I was like, I was way too young to be watching it, and
that's like exactly what that show's made for too, because it's about puberty.
So like
it would scare a kid with the way it portrays it.
So yeah. So I'd flip it on, and then there's like it's just this normal everyday kid, and suddenly there's like all these chicks just all over him, and I'm like, this is scary.
I haven't actually seen that one, but I've heard like the samples that Kill Bill uses in his songs.
Yeah.
That had to have been like a formative one for him or something. He references it a lot with samples.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, shit, big time.
I gotta watch Fully Cooley again.
It's short, isn't it? Like 6 fucking episodes.
It's very short. It gets a lot in with those 6 episodes.
I have no fucking excuse whatsoever.
Yeah, you have no fucking excuse, Chris. Good on that. Didn't you have
everybody
it on DVD?
Everybody screams, everybody spitball and throw shit.
Didn't I what? Didn't I what?
Did you have that one on DVD at a point?
Yeah, I got it on DVD.
Okay. Yeah, I thought you did because I'm pretty sure that's how I watched it.
And it's on YouTube, so I've doubled
on YouTube.
Excuse.
I was a kid, and I'm glad for that.
No, Fully Cooley. Golden just said.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I'd say I'd be glad to have not seen it though, because the thing is, it's like, I don't know. I enjoyed that I had those moments as a kid, as odd and confusing as they were at the time. I feel like they kind of shaped me into who I was.
Yeah. A lot of a lot of the most formative experiences as a kid are being like, I'm gonna do something I'm not supposed to do because I'm a kid, and then you learn the hard way. And then, but it like. It's because like looking at all the when you're like a kid and you're sneaking off to like look at the adult shows and stuff, it's like brain expanding almost kind of. It gives you like that like taste of like what's to come.
You're like seeing parts of the world you don't quite comprehend.
And part of what's so fascinating about it is you don't understand it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's curious.
It's actually kind of a feeling I miss because now I feel like I almost grasp a bit too much. That makes me sound all fucking pretentious and shit. I'm not.
No, I get what you're saying though. It's like understanding everything as an adult. It can kind of feel like there's not much left to learn, and there always is.
Like it's a really scary formative experience when you start to understand the way your parents felt.
Yeah.
what the way they felt watching it at their age.
Well, no, the way they like. The way they feel as adults, I think you meant, right?
Yeah, like all the like you finally start to get what they're always stressing about. All right, I think I'm gonna call this here for now.
All right.
Looking great.
It's definitely been a fun stream.
Yeah. Let's get it up here with the.
Sorry, I missed a big chunk of it.
Oh, it's fine. We had a very entertaining talk at the end there. So,
yeah, no, definitely. I really enjoyed it.
Let's get it up here with all the other stuff.
Golden actually makes a good point there. The old school range stuff because they understand rated R stuff and adult shows.
Yeah,
I think because that's kind of similar to like we have an aunt and uncle that like we're we're letting their like their like daughters like watch Family Guy too early because they're like, it's a cartoon, it can't be bad.
Yeah, there's always some downside with it. Because it's
Yeah.
like, okay, now they're
And then
quoting
it
lines
turns
they
out
don't quite
it's like
understand,
adult
and they'll probably get in
content.
trouble at school and a bunch of other stuff that can come from it.
Here we go. Wait, you know what? Having this layer on
Hmm.
top of it, maybe I could have her with open eyes and doing the laugh.
I was actually going to suggest that.
I think I'd like that
Hmm.
more. Because just seeing this
Yeah,
here.
because it looked a little too gleeful with the eyes closed.
Yeah, yeah.
This looks a little more smug on.
Yeah, like she's looking into you. She wants you to know she's laughing at you.
She's looking inside of you.
Yeah. So that's the drawing up until now. Sorry I'm so slow with these, but I'm a real slow artist.
Everybody works through a pace. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's important is what you get out of it at the end. If you learn from it, and if you create something good.
So, rancher style people, so they didn't understand rated R stuff or adult shows.
Hey, everyone's parents understands at least a little bit of rated R stuff. They had to do it to get you here.
My parents. So here's the thing: the room where like our TV was for me and my sister, there was like no door or anything between that and the living room where my parents would watch movies. So like we'd be over in this other room and we could hear them like watching like a really bad like rated R horror movie or something.
Yeah.
And then sometimes if I'm like, I'm thirsty, I get up and I just turn over and they're playing like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, like the remake, where like someone's just getting like sawed in half, and I'm like, oh.
Or I'd like to be watching that in like the bedroom or something. That's surprising. They're just doing it out in the open.
Well, this was back before before it was common for people to actually even have a lot of TVs.
That's fair, yeah.
So,
but I should mention, like, our family was always kind of like a little ahead on that because my mom worked for Comcast.
Right.
Yeah, so we had access to a lot of stuff.
We had one TV for me and my sister, and one for my parents. Two for how good you are at art. Take your time. I mean, I'm okay.
Take the compliment.
I'll take the compliment. Thank you so much, Golden. I enjoyed it.
He's being modest. He's being modest.
He's being modest.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to tell you, Epic Dash, we're at the very end of our draw stream, but thank you for popping in even for the end here. I was drawing.
Looking to find you for the rest of the week. Give him a heads up on what you're doing.
So tomorrow we're gonna be playing Guarded Phone. Also, my schedule's adjusted. I thought I was gonna be able to do 5, but I've actually got something I gotta do at 5 every day this week. So it'll be 7 like it kind of usually was before. So tomorrow at 7 I'll be doing Guarded Phone with you guys and hopefully some more people I can get in. Thursday we're gonna be doing.
Hopefully we have the crowd we did last time because that was really fun.
I could definitely see if Grace is available for it.
Oh, that'd be fun.
She enjoys that one.
And then Thursday we'll be doing Clown World stuff, so hopefully I'll have at least you around for that.
You will definitely have me for Clown World.
Yeah, oh, Adrian, Guarded
fucking game. He better be there.
Guarded Phone is a fun game online where me and a bunch of my friends are gonna get on, and it's kind of like you ever play like Telephone? It's kind of like that with some drawings and mixed in.
Illustration.
Yeah.
Illustration.
Drawing game.
Like the board game version of it. You're basically communicating an idea through drawings, and it gets mutated through different interpretations of it.
And they got like a lot of different variations, like one where everyone does like a frame of an animation. I always wake up
and Clown World is a game that I'm working on, and we thought it'd be fun to draw different concepts for clown characters in it, in kind of a randomized format.
Boy, that's always that's always a joy.
It's always a really fun story.
Epic Dash, I should I guess clarify 7 Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah. I always forget that we could have people watching from like all
of this is on.
Yeah, it always kind of slips my mind. I'm very American centric. But I appreciate people from all over the world.
Definitely.
So I
apologies we don't think of you all the time.
I don't know what time that would translate to in India, but I don't know.
I could look it up.
Is 22:49 p.m. for me. 22 is hold on, you gotta give stupid American.
It's gonna be 10:49 p.m.
10:49
locally.
See, oh, that's only like an hour behind me, or an hour ahead of me. I mean,
Okay, so currently in India, if I'm to believe the search engine here, it is 7:20 a.m.
7:20 a.m. right now, so maybe that's what they meant. But glad to have you around, Epic Dash. Hope you can make it for some other streams. Um, but yeah, thank you all for coming to the stream today. I got a lot more.
Yeah.
I got a lot more drawing done. I hope this one turns out fine. A lot of what I'm doing here with the sketches, a lot of that gets really nailed down once you get into line work and coloring. Yes, watching stream at the end of the stream. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you missed it.
Once again, though, 7
7 p.m.
Eastern Standard Time.
Eastern Standard Time. So
That's the typical start.
typical, yeah. So tomorrow it'll be Gardaphone. Then on Thursday we'll be doing Clown World drawing stuff, and then finally on Friday we'll be having a big Minecraft server thing.
We're gonna be building brown bricks.
Brown bricks and Minecraft.
Oh, I'm so excited. We finally get to build brown bricks.
Finally.
I'm so excited.
Sus Madagascar
Full circle.
Penguin. Yes.
I agree with that statement in its entirety, and you can put me on the record saying that. I've been saying it for
It's
years.
currently 7:21 for me.
Okay.
I see.
Try to watch at work. Don't get fired.
Yeah, Golden. Don't get yourself in trouble for my sake.
Though we definitely appreciate.
We
you.
definitely appreciate your viewership. So, thank you all for coming. It's time to say goodbye. Peace out. Have a great week.
Don't forget to brush your teeth.
Don't forget to wash your balls, bucko.
Don't forget to wash your foreskin.
That's the new catchphrase for the stream now.
The new
What?
catchphrase.
Don't-
Wash your
Everybody,
balls, bucko.
thanks for coming in. Don't forget to wash.
Wash your balls.
Oh, yeah, wash your balls.
Wash your balls, bucko.
All right. Peace out, everyone.